Hey guys, Personal Defense, and today I have a very controversial pistol. Actually, just controversial in my circle of friends and people I know. I have the SCCY CPX-2 9mm double stack 9mm, holds 10 rounds. A double action only pistol. Again, I've taken a lot of crap about showing you guys what's in the box, so I'm going to try and go over it real quick, but you know, I like seeing what's in the box, so whoever doesn't like seeing what's in the box, screw you guys. Here's comes with a manual. This who knows, the laser they make for it, test fired casing, which was fired December of 2014. Some flat base plates for the magazines. It's got a magazine in the pistol and an extra magazine with the pinky extensions, the keys for the lock, and the pistol itself. Okay, I got the SCCY CPX-2, one magazine of Privy Partisan 115 grain 9mm ammo. I heard this thing is kind of ammo sensitive, so we'll see. Am I clear? It's got some bite to it. SCCY makes quite a different array of styles, colors, and features on this particular pistol. As far as I know, they only make this particular pistol right now. It'd be cool if they made like a 45, not in this size, but it'd be cool if they made something different. However, this is the duotone or bitone or two-tone with the stainless slide and the black frame. You can get. All right, so like I said before, this is the dual tone SCCY 9mm CPX-2. CPX-1 has a manual safety, thumb safety on this side and the other side. A little large. Any of you guys have followed me before, you know I'm not a big fan of safeties, so that's why I got the CPX-2, which, you know, from when I was shopping around, it's kind of hard to find the CPX-1. Anyway, you can get these in all different types of colors, configurations, CPX and the CPX-1 and the CPX-2. You can get an all black, which is what I originally wanted. You can get an OD frame, pink frame, purple frame, black frame, like I said. I believe a coyote or a flat dark earth. I'm not really sure. As far as slide colors, you can get a black slide, a stainless slide like this, and you can get them all kinds of different combinations. Like I have here, black and stainless, black, OD black, pink black, OD silver or stainless, I'm sorry, purple black, purple stainless. Anyway, yeah, you can get all kinds of different configurations. So let's look at this one. It's got an empty magazine and the pistol is empty. Your typical 3-dot style sights, and it's a double action only, as I mentioned before. One of the gripes I have about it is, see where this trigger sits? You pretty much have to get it to there to reset. If we watch here, we can watch the hammer. See the hammer right there? Don't know if you can see it. See it come back there? So you pull the trigger. Now watch where my finger has to go for it to reset. Right there, which is pretty much all the way back out. They also claim that this back here is a recoil absorbing pad. You know, I can't push it in or anything, and firing it, this thing is snappy as hell, and yeah, there's not much taming that. There's not can't really tame that recoil. My tape there isn't working to prop it up. I like this pistol a lot. I did at one time have a Keltec p11, and if you've watched my videos before, you know that I am not a Keltec fan. I just don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they're built. To me, it looks like they're built kind of cheap, which they are. And I think there's a difference between cheap and inexpensive. I would call this pistol inexpensive. I ended up picking up this pistol and a box of ammo, Perfecta ammo, for $2.62 out the door from a local local seller guy. I've seen them anywhere from $219 on the internet to all the way up to $300. You know, so that's the price point that it's at. It's at that Keltec price point, PF9, P11. I do believe this to be much better looking than any Keltec I've seen. However, as you'll see from the next clip, it is almost identical to the Keltec P11. Alright, so here we're looking at the SCCY CPX-2 compared to a Keltec P11. Both are 9mm, both have 10 round magazines, and both are almost identical in size. Actually, I think the overall length of the SCCY is slightly longer, but if you look at them real close, they look almost identical. The SCCY has some finger grooves in the grip, and interestingly enough, the Keltec magazine slides into the SCCY, but it won't lock. But the SCCY magazine will lock in the Keltec, and I tried it, and it'll actually feed as well. So I don't know if SCCY was maybe modeling after Keltec here and just tried to make a better looking pistol. In my opinion, the SCCY is a much better looking pistol, but they're almost identical, even down to the serrations on the slide. And yeah, I guess the grip's different, but the back, the beaver tail looks almost identical. The barrels almost look identical. The sights, actually, I think the SCCY has a longer sight radius. No, they're about the same. Let's take a look at the internals. So takedown of both these pistols is almost identical, and they come down the exact same way, almost. Actually, they do, right? Yeah, they're pretty much the same. They have a little takedown pin holding both of them in at the bottom of the barrel there. The SCCY has a little loop, though, where the Keltec looks more like a Glock style bottom of a barrel. The internals, the rails and everything look almost identical. The SCCY has what I would call some strengthening supports in the front there, but I don't know if that really makes a difference. I know SCCY, I read somewhere that they pride themselves on making the rails out of high-grade forged aluminum, and if I remember correctly, they compared it to the Keltec, saying that the rails were stronger than the Keltec, and it's got a little bit more weight than the Keltec, the frame by itself. If we look at the bottom of the slides here, you can see they're almost identical in every way. The guide rod looks to be about the same length. It's just that loop on the bottom of the barrel where it holds, the pin holds it. And the walls of the slide on the Keltec seem to be a little bit thinner. I don't know if that makes a difference though, because SCCY recommends that you do not shoot plus P rounds all that often. I think they say you can carry them if you would like to, and shoot them, you know, once in a while, but don't shoot it regularly out of the plus P. And I don't know what Keltec says, but I'm sure it's something similar. But it's just uncanny how similar these two pistols are.
Shoot at.
Okay, so now she's got a magazine of Perfecta 9mm. It's weird, it's a brass bullet. 115 grain again. I was just shooting at the ground.
Okay.
It's got a little kick.
Yeah, the think it kicked up onto the roof.
Keep going.
Isn't it all done?
No.
Yeah, it does kick. Something's pinching me.
There you go. Takedown of this pistol is no Glock takedown, but it's fairly easy. I'll show you how to do it real quick. You eject the mag, and you want to make sure it's empty, of course, first of all. There's this takedown pin right here. So all you got to do is lock it back and take maybe a little screwdriver or something. I have this little Dremel tool. You just kind of hook it in there, pop that out, and pull it out. There's the pin. You can see the barrel is already loose. Unlock it and pull it off, and that's pretty much it. Then you got the frame right here, and you got the slide right here, which you take the guide rod off, and the barrel comes out, and that's takedown. It's fairly simple, but you do need a tool to do it. I guess that would be kind of a gripe. All these barrels on these short, small pistols like that have this little kind of flare at the end, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Another thing is the feed ramp is real steep, which may or may not have an effect on feeding. I don't think it does in this particular case, but excuse me. Yeah, I have mine lightly oiled. You can see the firing pin back there. Put it back is just exactly the same as you took it off. Put the barrel back in, put the guide rod back in. One of the things I noticed is you can see how this barrel moves slightly side to side. If you don't have that perfectly centered, you're going to have issues when you try and get it back on the frame. So when you get the guide rod back in there, you want to make sure and push it all the way this way towards the logo, all the way that way. Then you just slide it. Oh, real quick about the frame. From what I've read and heard, these frames, the rails on the frame, I mean, obviously the frame is polymer, but the rails are made of forged aluminum. They claim the same kind of stuff they use in real high-end forged AR lowers and stuff like that. So they claim they're built really well. So once you get your barrel and guide rod in there, you just slide it on, lock it back, and keep the barrel forward. You can see right there, see where the barrel goes. So you want to get it to right. Oops, that's all the way forward is too far. You just want to slightly get it back. I got it at a bad angle, I'm sorry. And then you just put the pin in, push it all the way until it snaps. You're good to go. So takedown is fair. To me, just handling the keltec and handling the SCCY. The SCCY feels better in my hand. I like the finger grooves, which the keltec lacks. And just the fit and finish of this particular pistol is better than a keltec, which I know I'm drawing a lot of comparisons to the keltec, but for me, the price point, I guess another one would be like a Taurus or something, but I like the way this feels. 10 round magazine, you know, it's a double stack 10 round. The follower is a little suspect. It's not the best follower in the world. Cool thing is they give you the flat base plates, and they also give you a pinky extension base plate, which you can see here. I have the pinky extension installed, and I fired it with the pinky extension. And if you can see this little gap here, and there's also a gap in the front, and both my wife and I noticed that it pinches a little bit when you fire it. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. However, this is the first time I put the flat base plate on, and I really like it. I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks too. I think it looks pretty good. So overall, I really like the pistol. I'd have to fire it more to see how reliable it's going to be, but right now I feel like it's a good pistol for the money. I would definitely I would definitely depend on it with my life. The reason I got it is because, you know, my wife has been a real big advocate of the LCR. However, carrying 5 rounds of 357 in a pistol that weighs, I think it weighs 16 ounces or something, it's not fun to shoot. It's a lot of power. 5 rounds. This is, you know, 10 plus 1. It's also something she can conceal real easy. She wanted something small, semi-auto, 9mm. 9mm is cheap. I like it for that reason. And, you know, if during the summer months, I'm probably going to carry this. It's nice and small, easy to carry, feels good, light enough. If you're considering buying one of these, I would say go ahead and buy it for the price. It's a great pistol. Read the manual and follow their suggestions to a T. I hate to say that it's kind of a picky pistol, but you know, I would go with what they suggest on what you do. I like it a lot. You know, I like it better than the Keltec. I was actually considering buying another one. If I could find an all black one, I probably would, just because I'm so happy with this one. Feed ramp is a little steep for my liking. It gives me some, you know, it kind of makes me nervous with carrying some really deep hollow points. But overall, I like it. I think some like critical defense would be good for it. You know, something like that. It's pointy, has a tip to it, something like that. Powerball maybe. These HSTs don't seem to have a problem though. I would not shy away from this if you're thinking about buying it. I like it. I like it a lot. Read the manual though. And also the customer service, just based on what my friend's been dealing with them, customer service is good. They stand behind their product, and it's a lifetime warranty, no questions asked. So may or may not update this video or this particular pistol. I'm going to keep it, I'm going to fire it, I'm going to carry it. But for right now, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So that's the SCCY CPX-2. You want a safety, get to CPX-1, although I don't really like the size, look, or feel of the thumb safety. I like this one a lot better. Also with that double action trigger and that long trigger pull, it's like carrying a revolver, you know? The trigger pull is long. So I don't really think safety is an issue with this particular pistol. You need practice with this. If you're going to get this and carry it, you need a lot of practice. That trigger, it's not a Glock trigger, you know, it's not a single action trigger, 1911 or anything like that. It's closer to a revolver. Trigger pull is a lot lighter than the Keltec p11, which I call a staple gun. But don't shy away from it. SCCY CPX-2 9mm. Fairly new pistol, great customer service, great company. Thanks for watching.